To fully understand the existence of the EU today and its relevance in the contemporary world, we also need to consider changes in global politics. We are today increasingly told we now live in an increasingly globalised, interconnected and interdependent world, where events in one part have an effect on all other parts. Examples of this would be the environment, finance and health. If one state introduces strict controls on carbon emissions, these will have little or no effect unless neighbouring states do the same. The ease and speed with which money can be moved around the world today makes domestic economic and financial policy decisions heavily contingent on what is happening elsewhere. And international travel nowadays makes it easy for people to move around the world and means viruses can spread rapidly across national borders. The argument is that adequate responses can no longer be formulated at the national level, but require extensive and close cooperation. In other words, states are finding it more difficult to address the policy agendas with which they are confronted. And rather than integration provoking a loss of sovereignty, it is the loss of sovereignty which necessitates integration. At the same time, though, we have witnessed many periods since 1945 when European states have failed to reach agreement on many of the more sensitive issues relating to what they view to be their vital national interests. We can see this today with the United Kingdom on issues such as defence, tax and immigration, areas which frequently lead to friction with its partners in the European Union. And it isn't just specific policy areas which can cause problems. One of the underlying dilemmas facing the European Union is the absence of an agreed final destination for the European integration process. For some, this is the creation of a European federation, one that sees the end of European states as we know them today. For others, the future of the European Union remains an arrangement which exists to serve and support the sovereign interest of its member states. The middle ground is an uneasy consensus between federalism and intergovernmentalism, with each treaty needing to satisfy the agendas of the two divergent perspectives. To summarise, integration occurred because it was and still is in the national interest of European states to do so. But at the same time, the limits of integration are also set by national interests. Creating a treaty framework which satisfies the interest of all member states is a complex and dynamic process.